Draymond Green has become one of the most uniquely valuable players in NBA history. But back when he was younger, J.J. Redick thought he was the worst player in the league. The evolution of basketball has been fascinating to watch for those who have been fans of the game for many decades now. The game revolved around the big man back in the day, before guards started dominating in the late 80s and 90s. The stretch four was huge in the early 2000s, a lot of it thanks to the unique and brilliant Dirk Nowitzki. But the way basketball changed in the 2010s was even harder to predict. The modern game became about spacing and shooting, with players encouraged to take three-pointers at a much higher rate than ever before. The Phoenix Suns, under Mike D'Antoni, were one of the first teams credited with increasing the pace of the game, but the Golden State Warriors dynasty became the poster child for this. Led by Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, the team plays cohesive team basketball. And while Green gets his flowers now, he didn't always. But first, if you are new to the Warriors news channel, take advantage and subscribe so you don't miss the latest news that happens in the world of basketball. We are always bringing you firsthand here. Enjoy and like this video, so that YouTube continues to bring you the latest Warriors news in the world of basketball. J.J. Redick said his most horrible take was that Draymond Green was the worst rotation player in the league. J.J. Redick joined the Los Angeles Clippers in 2013, just one season before the Golden State Warriors would win their first championship with their core. And the Clippers were rivals to the Warriors in those days, with title aspirations of their own. Speaking in an old podcast episode with Kevin Durant, Redick had revealed his honest thoughts on Green at the time, and they were far from flattering. "I didn't tell Draymond this because I didn't want to offend him. When we had him on the podcast, I wanted to tell him this. But I remember there was a moment, I think it was his second year. I think it was my first year with the Clippers. And we were playing late in the regular season, and he was in the game in the second or third quarter. I remember thinking to myself like, what does he do? Back then, you know this, you gotta do one thing great. And I'm like, what does he do? I was f***ing horribly wrong on this take, but I was like, man, he's the worst rotation player in the league. He doesn't do anything great." J.J. Redick was brutal with this, although, to be fair to him, Green averaged 4.6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist per game in 17 minutes during his first 2 NBA seasons. He admitted he was wrong, though. Green went on to become one of the most unique superstars in the league, a player that could well end up becoming a Hall of Famer.